This is criminal enemy number one. It makes my blood boil. It's the worst mental disease, and it is truly, truly horrible. So introducing racism, but y'all knew each other already. It's the most despised toxic substance ever. Even mercury, combined with the purest form of radiation, couldn't compete. But why? Why does it have to be like this? The good old shake it off and the it'll be all right don't seem to aid me anymore. Even after people like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X too, this disease still conquers the world. I mean, it's to the point where I'm bruising myself from balling my fist up. 2 years ago, the simplest task of shopping at your local Walmart couldn't be achieved because this mean old white man said so. Or how about some lady at Joann mocking you out of her store for browsing tie-dye kits? The lingering disease, according to some people, has a cure. But this cancer always seems to appear. But racism is not the only issue. 5 years ago, on January 20th, 2020, we were rewarded with 2 weeks off of school. Well, 2 turned to 3, 3 turned to 4, 4 turned into a month, and the month turned to fear. Fear for the future. So what changed? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna tell you what hasn't changed. What hasn't changed is people, they're glued to their phones. What hasn't changed is that people isolate themselves from society. What hasn't changed is that innocent people like George Floyd end up in a box, and for what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could go on and on listing every single issue on planet Earth and never finish, because life does not come with instructions to problem solving. Thank you.
What is freedom if freedom is bittersweet? Freedom sounds sweet, maybe it even tastes sweet, but I know for a fact that freedom is bitter. Freedom is fruit. The forbidden fruit on the tree, like Adam and Eve, similar to natural selection, only certain people know how freedom tastes because it's selective. Maybe it tastes like white chocolate, because that's who it favors, right? Or green bean casserole at Thanksgiving, because I've never met a white person that hasn't celebrated that day of genocide, but it's a day of thanks, right? Well, I'm thankful to live in a country where my family's heritage and history is soon to be wiped out, almost like history repeating itself. My mother applied for citizenship over 30 years ago, and we've never once heard back. I'm thankful to walk into a store and immediately be asked if I speak English. Yes, I speak English. It's actually my first language. I'm thankful that my little brother lacks the melanin that I have, because I know that he won't have to face the difficulties that I did when I was a kid. In fact, as the only brown girl in my elementary school, I wished to look like the others. White like the color of my palms and the bottoms of my feet, the only parts of my body that lack melanin, but having the color of my skin meant knowing what racial slurs were by the age of 7 and knowing to never open the door for anyone, even if it's the authorities, and to have my mom's immigration lawyer's number memorized. That's something I hope my 10-year-old brother will never have to experience. But even without his melanin, he cannot deny the fact that his existence, heritage, and history is not welcomed in this country full of hate. When I was in 2nd grade, I was pulled into a class by a group of white girls and an older white teacher during lunch. I was accused of bullying these girls I had never once met in my life. These girls, 3 grades above me, my tears embedded in the white palms of my hands. Why is there a teacher yelling at me for something I didn't do? Maybe it's because I didn't paint my skin red, white, and blue, or that I don't enjoy green bean casserole, or that I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Why is my skin color not what you want it to be? I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry that my art in your class wasn't a photo of me painting my skin the color of a blank canvas. I'm sorry that I will never look like your daughters that get spray tans every Saturday night because for some reason you hate me but love the idea of my skin color on yours, and for some reason you hate my existence in your country but love my food in your mouth. I'm actually not sorry at all. I'm not that 10-year-old girl anymore that was ashamed of being different. I love not looking anything like you. Freedom is fruit. The forbidden fruit on the tree, like Adam and Eve, similar to natural selection, only certain people know how freedom tastes because it's selective. Thank you.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
May Lord lift you of this suffering. I know your life is not worth savoring.
Lilith
Night monster will settle there and find herself a place of
rest. But
creatures of the night will live among their ruins.
I shower my burdens flowing down the drain with floral soap.
But you will never be clean from where he touched you.
I put on my most beautiful sundress.
The one he deflowered you in.
I cannot
Demons
be clean.
will
I will never
scream
be pure. I
to
can still
demons.
feel his hands. I try to beg for help, but
Demons will scream to demons. Creatures of the night will live among their ruins.
I am the relic of his ruins because my body is a temple.
But you are no god.
Because my body is an endangered species.
But you are not worth saving.
Because I am Lilith.
But you let Adam take you.
Because I am lonely.
So I will hold you on your worst nights, leave you hung over by morning.
Burning like the sweet cider of Holy Communion.
Creatures of the night will live among their ruins. Ruins.
And the
Ruins.
wild beasts of the
Ruins.
desert shall meet with the wolves.
Ruins. Ruins. And the wild goat shall cry to his fellow.
Ruins.
Ruins.
This is all I will ever be.
You cannot leave me.
I do not matter to anyone.
And I still love you.
My life doesn't matter.
And I still love you.
Things will always be like this. And I still love you.
And I still don't love you.
And I still love you.
And I still don't love you.
And I still trust you.
So I will love you until my love becomes your only worth. I will leave you in ruins. 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 Ruins.
Dear Lord, please forgive me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I live my life in 6/8 time. The rhythms, the patterns, the never-ending rhyme. And as I am talking, the back of my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sunrise to sunset, my brain never relents. OCD, conductor of the spell I am under. It plays on my heartstrings with irrational plucks. A misguided melody, but without it, I'm stuck. 2 claps for safety and knock wood for luck. Attempt to keep steady as thoughts run amok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feeling I'm missing my place in the measure. I feel my grip slipping. I'm coming untethered. Obsessive, compulsive. My mind is impulsive. It's frantic. It's flitting. It's hitting wrong notes. My brain says allegro and the heartbeat crescendos. My breathing gets faster. I'm struggling to let go. Counting each measure, unrivaled precision. Make sure that the door's locked or someone will get in. Make sure someone sees you to know that you're fine. My brain plays conductor with thoughts that aren't mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minute by minute, it's constant alarm. My brain works in cut time, keeping me safe from harm. Overreacting to things that aren't there. My heart begs for coda and the head does not care. We know you aren't crazy, is what people always say, but it's hard to believe it when you live it all day. But once the night comes, scales tip in my favor. My little blue pill, my sertraline savior. Swallowing, wallowing in the sweets of the silent. My thoughts stay crescendo to soft and unviolent. Tempo is slowing as lights dim to black. The key remains constant and the body goes slack. I don't have to worry. When the other shoe drops, all songs have their end. Every metronome stops.
The plastic crinkles from the bouquet in my hands. The blooming flowers cut neatly and fresh, and most beautiful flowers for a beautiful girl. Roses, with their luscious shade of red and blossoming petals of vibrant hues. But what about the way they look defines their beauty? We choose to ignore the thorns upon their stem for the face they show to the world. So who is to say that the rose is more beautiful than the pansy, or the vibrant colors of the orchid, or the sweet delicacy of the daisy? They don't have thorns upon their stems, but it's what we've always known. Roses are the most beautiful. Everyone knows that. But when the rose finally dies, when its petals wilt and decay, only then does its beauty die too. I thought that death was considered beautiful, a farewell to the life once lived, a symbol of peace and eternal life. But only when it comes to things we cherish, right? We only cherish the lives of those who go unnamed once they're gone. Like the girl who sat in the back of the class alone, no friends to laugh with, no place to call home. She would dread entering the doors of her classes each day. Each step felt like pulling shackles around her feet, but she would rather suffer with the teases and loneliness and stay home because she lived in a house of people who might as well be strangers, only spoke when they argued. She felt like she had nothing. All she saw of herself were her thorns. So she crumbled up and let herself die. And nobody noticed her struggle and pain until it was too late. The notes placed on her locker read, "You're always the most beautiful girl. You had such a contagious laugh. We all love and miss you, but it's too late." I want to say sorry to her. I'm sorry nobody could see your pain. I'm sorry nobody cared. I'm sorry nobody saw your beauty, and I am so sorry that you will never see the world again. So I'll bury you in a coffin of flowers to represent what they did to you. And as I place the bouquet on top of her coffin, the red roses, vibrant and luscious, unaware that her favorite flowers have always been carnations, I think of the life she could have lived if the world didn't decide to throw her away when she wilted, because they didn't realize that you decayed long before you died. Thank you.